All right, so popping in here, part two. Welcome back. Welcome back. We have our 5 tubes. We got our alternating every other 2 square knots. We got half hitches everywhere. So I just want to go over some things really quickly. I have a total of 25 cords up here that traverse along here. And then if you are a small medium, you don't need this extra panel over here or over here. You could just stop with the 4 rows of double vertical half hitches. But for us bustier ladies, we added on 3 here. We're gonna tether this to this rope, tri-braided. And on either side, I got to finish this side. I did make a huge mistake with the calculations, y'all. If you haven't watched any of my videos before, I've mentioned in a couple of them that I'm not great at math. I do not like the anxiety of trying to figure out how much yarn rope I'm going to need. I know it results in a lot of waste. I'm sorry. I do not get paid for this, so not that that's an excuse. I want to do better by y'all, but I usually do reuse any cutoffs that I have. So I am a very sustainable, reduce, recycle, reduce, reuse person. So if there is extras, then I do use them. So example, in this hat hanger that I made, macrame hat display, I reused some scraps in my paper lanterns that I have up. So they get put to use, but I know that doesn't do any good to y'all who are trying to make a business out of this and really need precise calculations. I promise you, once YouTube starts paying me, which should be by the end of the year, I will make sure to get these calculations down if it's the last thing I do. And remember, I do not like fractions. They are not my friends. I was only good at algebra, and this doesn't involve algebra. So I will try to be a little bit better about how much rope you need. And if I really start getting paid, then I can actually maybe hire someone to do the calculations for me. There is a really great macrame blog that went over this, how to do calculations for how much rope you need. And in some of the books I've read for macrame, but I looked at it and it looked like gibberish to me, honestly. I did well in school, but I do not like math, although I know it's beneficial. So, tangent aside, if you watched part 1, these pieces of rope that run vertical need to be, scratch that. The rope that you're using here, okay, that's going down the middle. So if we numbered them, since there's 25 pieces here for a large, extra large XXL, it would be the cords that are right in the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So numbers 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So those cords in the middle need to be, let's see. I would say they need to be twice as long as these ropes that run vertical. So I said before 96 inches or 254 centimeters. You're going to need to double that for these middle ropes, okay? Cords, rope, in order for it not to end up like this on the sides, okay? You'll have a little more if you're small or medium because you're not going to do this extra panel. If you want it to be a top, it's going to be just fine. There's a way for me to rig this up, which I'll show you, so that it really doesn't matter that my calculations weren't great or were wrong. I'll be honest. I can be wrong about things. Everyone should be wrong about something in their lives, but it'll work for a top, okay? So it's not going to be a dress. However, the good news is, if you have already started making this and you took my calculations, it's going to be fine, because if you want to make this a dress, you have to hang individually more rope on the bottom, okay? You can't just go, it'll be sparse if you just have what's on here already. So in the original scorpion dress, I actually added a bunch all the way around. The lady who custom ordered this. She said, make me something fantastic. And I made this fantastic item, and I've only made it one other time besides this time because it takes a lot of time. And people didn't want to pay the $300 that I had it up for, which is worth more, honestly. So you're going to add more to the bottom. And I hope I haven't talked your ears off, but I just wanted to go over that really quickly. So I'm not going to do a play-by-play on what the work that I've already done. I filmed some last night, and then I didn't like some of the things. I got really distracted and I got hot. So I'm just going to tell you what to do. Where we left off at in part 1, you're going to need to go ahead, go over here and over here respectively, left and right, izquierda y derecho, and you've already have these on here. You're going to do 4 rows of double half hitches, okay, on either side. And then you're going to go further, add 2 more, 96 inches because they're vertical, and you're going to do another row of double half hitches, just 2 of them, or actually 3. I need to finish this. So 2, not 3. Dos, no tres. See, like this side. And then after that, you are going to tether a piece of braided rope to the bottom that goes around the waist. And you just measure your waist or right up under your rib cage. You can do, you need it to be taut, so you want it to be pulled in, okay? You don't want it to be loose like this. I haven't done the rest of it. So I started with the middle. You need to start with the middle first, el medio, and add on your cord. Double half hitch them onto this, okay? And I'll show you a little bit of that in a moment. And then here, and then here. You have to start from here first and then work out on either side and then there, okay? That makes sense. You can't start over here or over here first because it'll make the dress all wonky. This is the main point to tether from. It's the backbone, basically, or the breastbone. So this will tie. Okay, so now I need to pull this one out because I didn't finish it. So I'm going to move a T-pin from over here and put it right here while I do this side panel. And then I'm going to finish this up. So I'm going to finish the second, and then I started the 3rd row already, do that one, and then I'll tether it to the rope, the waist rope. If you want more of a macrame fix, or you want more of my DIY ideas, I do all sort of manner of things. I do some polymer clay stuff, like home decor with polymer clay. I do some other knotting that I haven't shown on here much, like Scandinavian type look. It's very sparse and minimalist decor. It's all on my Pinterest, Ella and the Moon. You can click on the link from my website, ellandthemoon.com, on the links tab. And I'm getting my blog redesigned right now. They sent me the deliverables, so I'll be adding patterns, written out patterns there this year, starting in the second half of the year, so starting in August moving forward. There are already free patterns there for crochet, macrame, etc. But I plan on releasing patterns there, and some of them will be paid. You have to pay for them because I need to make a living. And some of them will be free. Profusely is I'm going to tether these 3 on, and then I'm going to tether these on in kind of a diagonal format like that. I guess that would be like, not a nice, maybe an isosceles triangle. I don't know. There we go with the geometry. So let me show you this, how I do this at first. I need to lift this back up because it keeps sliding down under here. I don't know if y'all can see all the sweat glistening from my arms. And I'm in my workrooms in the basement, so it's super cool down here, but just had a hot flash. So, okay, I need to make sure everything is even. I just poked the pin through this rope because it's not going to bother it. All right, so get these vertical pieces on here, snug up against there, 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 and then here's another one, un otro, there. I need to go and make sure that I have the languages, the subtitles set for these last releases because everybody needs the macrame. Okay, now see how short this is? Cutoffs. So go around and you're just going to individually, in a slanted fashion, add each of the side panels on. And I'm not going to show this. Let me zoom in. Go. So you all get what I'm talking about. I am going to cut away and show you how the end result looks. All right, so I finished adding on to the side. See, I have to tighten things up because they get, you know, like a few pieces I need to tighten up in a second. But I just wanted you to see how that looks on the side there. Flows downwards nicely. And then I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Just add it on, add these on, so on and so forth. And then